Just as a warning, he's like just saying you need to go back to your old style of videos. I mean, that's kind of valid. I think the only problem is when I made those old videos, I was like 18 and now I'm 27. I'm an old man. Thank you, Vertical, for the 12. Actually, a year-long membership. Unlucky. Right, let's get into it. Is this on 2 times? Oh, man, I'm cooked. Yeah, I'm actually... My brain's rotten. My brain's rotten. The top comment, by the way, will definitely be someone complaining that I'm going to turn it into a slot video. Yo, I called it, by the way. I called it. I called it. Don't let Pyro find this because he'll make a 53-minute long reaction video. Actually called it, bro. Oh, man. They call me the Oracle from the Matrix because I predict everything except the lottery numbers.
Hey, when you go on your YouTube homepage, does your algorithm look like this? When you watch the videos,
Thank you, Larry, for the 28.
It's commonly recommended
It's not going to be a 53-hour react.
to you, do you often have a hard time remembering what exactly it was you were watching? Well, worry not. If you're watching this video, there's still hope. These are all symptoms of slop content.
I do like how the word slop became so universally used by everyone. It's crazy. I know that like YouTubers tend to all kind of like yoink from each other. Like I'm incredibly guilty of that as well. But it's crazy how the word slop... I want to say that I invented the word, but I'm pretty sure Dolan invented it and then I stole it off him and then everyone stole it from me.
Others have
So it's secondhand stealing.
covered the topic, but never before has someone given the world a look at the behind-the-scenes process. Also, those videos seem to keep mysteriously disappearing. This video will take you down the YouTube slop rabbit hole.
Wait. What was that? What was that? Are you saying I'm removing content?
Videos seem to keep mysteriously...
Raimundo removed his video. Oh. Didn't he re-upload that? I've seen there's been like 4 videos criticizing slop content, but I actually haven't watched any of them. This is the first one I'm watching.
disappearing. This video will
I'm watching it because it's my face in the thumbnail, by the way. Because of my ego. Thank you, Yoink, for the 8 months.
take you down the YouTube slop rabbit hole to explain how it works, how it baits you in, and...
You know that bit of like, hang on. That bit like Tony Soprano laughing.
Also, another announcement. Elon is starting to annoy me with his fake-ass laugh that he does to bait me to see his shitty memes. If he does it one more time, I will make sure you replace him in Doge and change that Reddit-ass name, cringe name.
Thank you, Vance. Trump Vance for the 10. I don't know what that unhinged donor
Hi
was.
Pyro, I've been watching you since MLG Postal 2, and you have legitimately one of the pillars of my mental health for years. Sorry for being all sappy in public, but yeah, keep up the good work, bub.
Thank you, big ol' Lexi. Lexi for the 10. I appreciate that. Thank you.
and how you could possibly get away from it. But as a starting point, what is slop? Why is it called that? And why is it bad?
Slop is the blanket term used to describe low-effort, mass-produced content. Slop content on YouTube has a lot
Wow, his voice is like incredibly different once the filter wasn't on. Was that someone else voicing that intro?
in common with
Thank you, Druk P, for the 10. I am going to be pausing a lot for donos, by the way, so apologies for that. You might remember me from Berlin. I was the guy with the Breaking Bad t-shirt. I'm a 25-year-old truck driver in Germany, and I enjoy watching your videos. Oh, that's good to hear, man. Thank you for coming to the meet and greet. I appreciate it.
fast food. There's a big market for both, it's easy and digestible, and they're both unhealthy for you. Just like obesity is a massive issue in America, empty, forgettable content is a massive issue on YouTube. On a conceptual level, there isn't anything wrong with daily content. In any market, you're going to find
I totally agree, by the way. I'm not going to sit here and cope about it. I think, like any daily upload commentary channel, if you ask them if they cared about the content, and if they said, yes, I'm very invested, then they're probably just 9 times out of 10, they're just lying. Straight up. I think I almost had like a bit of a revelation yesterday when doing the Mr. Beast drama. You know, that video that was like kind of trying to, I guess, like debunk a lot of claims. I think after I recorded that video, I kind of did just hit a bit of a wall, and it's like, this sucks, man. Like, who, like, everyone's just gonna forget about it, like, after you watch the video. There's no lasting impact. But I think okay, there's a lot of points I want to make, but I feel this video is targeted at me, so I'm gonna wait until we get into it.
Quantity and quality. And completely pushing for quantity has always been a valid and successful business model. The issue is that oversights and defects are more likely to occur.
I do think one reason why people are so they dislike slop so much as well is because it's very saturated now. Keep in mind, like Charlie Critical, he would do slop. But he was basically the only person. I'll get to that dono in a second. He was the only person, right? But now, because it's so saturated and like everyone has like their own channels, you know, you'll notice a trend as well that YouTubers are like so scared of like falling off that they all do tend to copy each other. It's like how everyone has a second channel called Live, right? Like I yoinked the word live from Jay Schlatt. Because Jay Schlatt's original channel was video essays, and then he stopped doing those, and then he basically just went on to do, well, he didn't do slop. It was more like kind of like weekly or monthly videos, like reacting to community content, that kind of stuff. I really like that content.
Hello, Pyro. First time donating, but I love your content. You're on my Hear Me Out cake. Lots of love.
Thank you, Geico, for the 10. Thank you, Geico.
Can I sniff and lick your armpits for $10? For context to the dono, Elon managed to get his ass into government by making
wait. What was that? What was that dono? What was that dono?
Or Doge cause he is Reddit chungus and has been acting like he is shadow president. So it's
okay, wait. That Doge thing. Okay, thank you, Snore, for the 10. Why did the dono saying "Can I sniff and lick your armpits" from armpit sniffer sneak in there for $10? No way, you broke it. It's got to be more than that.
When a product is mass-produced without quality control. I think the term slop largely comes from the fact that the research and execution is sloppy. Even in higher profile situations like Kendrick versus Drake.
Oh god, I know where he's going with this. Oh Jesus. Can we just let sleeping dogs lie, man?
Where finding the relevant information is a lot easier. People like Pyrocynical, who don't remotely care or have any interest in the topic.
That's true. And I remember every single channel covering this, like Mogul Mail and stuff, also saying the same thing. That it's like, you know, I don't listen to this music. Like, I'm just a white kid. Like, the problem is, and then everyone was using that as a cover to basically exonerate themselves to be able to talk about it. But because everyone used the excuse, everyone saw through it. Please don't. So he opened the door, he pissed on the floor, then he drank the piss and left. Yep, normal dono. Thank you for the 10.
We'll still cover it just because he knows it'll get views. This leads to
we just know what he's going to mention, bro. It's over.
A lot of, frankly, embarrassing oversights that Pyro completely shamelessly keeps in the public video to this day.
Believe Adonis? Adonis, Future, and Metro's. This is like harder. This is harder to read than like me reading my response DMs, man. This is awful. Holy white. Booming track. Other albums like Good Kid and Mad City. Actually unlocked a core memory of when Leafy was here, was still on YouTube, and he was like asking people to do like, you know, hiss in the comments section. Okay, going on a tangent is okay, by the way. The KSI thumbnail.
Obviously, slop isn't going to have the same creativity or production value.
Good Kid in Mad City. Yeah, that was a low point for me. That was a low point.
As something with more effort, but that's by design. Slop channels are less about the product and more about the formula. Something they tend to do is find a simple and repeatable format.
Oh, I noticed as well, D'Angelo. Yeah, D'Angelo would make these like really good like deep dive video essays. And then even he realized, wait, I make 10 times the amount of income by just doing daily slop. And that worked. I mean, he's taken a bit of a break now. He hasn't uploaded in like, I think, just under 2 weeks. Because I assume he got burnout. Because a lot of creators do get burnout from doing daily. I think that's why, like, for example, Umperville stopped and he's like spacing his uploads out. Because doing daily is just like soul crushing.
That lets them stand out.
Cunt, $10 is worth me licking and sniffing
don't
your
say that
armpits.
word! Don't say that word! You can't say the C word. Like, YouTube treats that like the N word, bro. You can't say that. Like, the entire stream will get pulled. You silly Billy. Thank you, Noah, for joining. Okay, editors, we got to chop that out. Damn it. Why'd you say that, man?
while not significantly adding to the workload.
Like, genuinely, I talked to a YouTube rep, and no joke, it literally says in the guidelines, you cannot say, like, super, you cannot say slurs, like the N-word or the C-word. They put them together.
Much like the fast food chains, optimization is a key factor. Just replace the assembly line with a layer of branding and editors. For the longest time, gameplay commentary has been the easiest to produce, but that ease of entry also leaves it oversaturated. In recent years, more channels have moved on to using facecams.
Are you 1 second pausing hard enough, son? Love you.
You know you're part of the problem by throwing that $10 at me. Thank you, Snorkel, for the 8. Yeah, I remember, I already went on this rant, but I remember, like, with the Leafy commentary stuff, when I was, like, ripping him off, like, I was so bad at Surf that I had to use, like, Dying Light and Prototype gameplay instead. I will be honest, though, gameplay commentary is dead. Okay, well, it might not be dead. There's probably some channels that are still thriving from it. You know, you got those, like, Reddit stories. Am I the asshole? I just killed my wife to, like, Minecraft parkour gameplay. But I did actually want to...
Sorry, bae, I won't do it again, but please just a sniff.
You are not getting a sniff.
Folded
You're
hands.
not getting a $500. $500 and I show my armpit. No, $1,000. $1,000 dono, I show my pit on stream. There you go.
Pyro, how much for you to go full Hassan and just watch the video with no pauses or commentary for 5 minutes?
For 5 minutes? $1,000. $1,000 I would actually turn donos off for 5 minutes. But yeah, I wanted to make another channel, a 4th channel. I know there's way too many, but I wanted to kind of do what J-Schlatt does. I've actually got the banner and the profile picture for it set up already. But you know where he would just respond to questions from, like, fans and stuff? And he would, like, I'm not saying I'm a good person at giving advice. Hell no. But I just think it'd be, like, kind of like a good, like, vent channel, I guess, and, like, to kind of interact with the community a bit more. I even asked J-Schlatt about this, like, years ago, and I was like, do I have your permission? And he just said, like, yeah. Like, I stole it from Woody's Gamertag. Tommy Innit has his own channel as well. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's just called Tommy. Does anyone know the name? Oh, he deleted it. Oh, did he actually? Why did he delete it? That was a good channel. Okay, fair enough. Not sure why he deleted that, but yeah. But yeah, I wanted to go for, like, kind of like a weekly slap kind of channel thing.
Instead, something that takes a similar amount of effort while also letting them stand out. After all...
Yeah, I do wonder if Charlie edits his own videos or not. Obviously no hate to him, but yeah, I can't imagine that it's literally just cutting and splicing. Like, genuinely, the editing timeline would just look like that.
While also letting them stand out. After all, what's more...
God, I wish YouTube was that easy. I really wish it was.
...personal to you than your face. When it comes to...
To be fair, he's got a very good personality as well. Glaze. But I feel like personality is something that's much harder to get than... Like, you could have the best editing style in the world and the best team of editors, but if you've got, like, a vapid personality, it's just over. There's no point. Bad, the whole slop bit that I saw Productions, who plays Hearts of Iron 4, made his own slop channel. Yeah, it's... The thing is, when you see other people being successful as a YouTuber, like, you want that, right? You want that clout, you want that money. And then when you realize you don't have to put as much effort into it, then yeah, like, you're obviously... It's not even effort, it's following a meta. Because keep in mind, right? You know the whole, this situation is crazy, this is insane? I stole that from Critical. 100%, I will admit that. I stole that. And then it's a drippage effect, right? Like, I would say, if Charlie is, like, the biggest commentary channel, I'm probably, like, 2 levels below him. Maybe 1, but I don't want to, like... I don't know. I feel like there's other channels that also get, like, better views than me as well. But I'm definitely up there. And I feel like it is this kind of drippage effect where it's like people will steal other people's titles and thumbnails. Like for example, Dolan, right? Wait, is he in chat? Only one slop channel will survive, and it is Slop Live. You shut up. You know what's funny? I told him, I'll show this on stream. I told him that I was going to yoink his title, right? Because he had a video coming out on the Mr. Beast stuff, and he called the Mr. Beast situation is insane. And then I messaged him saying, I'm just going to steal your title, by the way. Hang on, I'll show the DM. Jay, I'm stealing your title.
It was great seeing you at Games.
Jay, I'm stealing your title for the breast video, by the way. And then I atted him 3 times. He told me to kill myself. We have a very good friendship, a very good working business relationship.
The hardest part is building the machine. Once everything's up and running, you can easily pump out 1 or more videos daily. Now, I think it's important to make the distinction that internet drama content isn't inherently slop. There are
Has
several
anyone
examples
told
of
you
really
that in your
well-constructed hit
My Response video
pieces,
you
even
looked
to this
like Ed
day,
from Street
And my commissions wouldn't take it either.
is usually rewarded heavily,
Is he using H-Bomber as an example? Hang
even
on.
to this day, and the best content drama has to offer is usually rewarded heavily.
The thing is with H-Bomber, though, that's a different situation because Harris has a Patreon. So I feel it's like, it's a little bit different there. Hang on, let me, because I feel like he's able to make videos when he wants because of the Patreon. I'm not sure how much is made off it. Obviously 35,000 members, which is insane. So that's like, yeah, an insane, is that per month? Is that per month? Yeah, that's per month. That's not even per video. Yeah, that's insane. I don't know. I always thought I never wanted to do a Patreon, but if it lets me kind of like take my hand off the gas, wrong choice of words. If it lets me kind of slow down a little bit and make content that I care about, maybe, because I do know that H-Bomb as well, he creates videos just for patrons. I'm trying to think of some videos that he made recently. He did do a video, like a really good video on like a point and click game, and that was like a Patreon exclusive. So yeah, I don't know, maybe Patreon is something I look into, because it's like, no disrespect to him obviously, but Harris doesn't have to worry about bills and stuff like that because of the Patreon. I don't have that. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, I've never really tried to do a Patreon. I mean, I could try it, but I just feel the backlash for it would be absolutely insane. But it would mean that I could just slow down on slop or stop doing it and then just focus on main, which would be like, that would be so cool. That'd actually be like the dream, definitely.
Shut up with the yapping and show us your armpits.
Thank you, Armpit Sniffer, for the 10. No, I said $1,000, you brokey. What would you post
Hi,
on the
Pyro.
Patreon?
It's my newborn's mealtime and he will be like... In all seriousness, I've been watching your content since vaping 8 years back. Thank you for the content. Tell PJ to watch Darkwood with me PLS.
PJ, watch Darkwood and don't have ad block on.
But to properly identify what is or isn't slop,
Bye job, time to become homeless. I'd still stream.
I've put together a little checklist. A video is slop if the visuals are boring and uncreative with no clear vision, facecam and gameplay are both easy ways to fill in footage without thinking, causing different videos to be tonally and visually the same.
We do try to put edits in our videos, to be fair, nowhere near to the extent of what we did, like, 6-7 years ago. But we still do try to include some kind of edits in, and some jokes.
BTS, script access, etc. Check out James Jennings for reference maybe.
I would love to support a Patreon for script access. Thank you, Sovereign, for the 10.
Majority of the content is directly built off of someone else's. Commentaries and reactions are fundamentally built on another piece of content. That way, you only have to do at most half the work, and you can let the original piece play in yours to extend runtime and provide context. The videos don't bring any new information or perspective to the table. Oversight.
Oh, yo, Controversy. Thank you for the 50 gifted, man. Appreciate it, bro. Damn. W's in chat for Controversy. That's sick, man. Thank you so much. Welcome back. It's been a minute, man. I appreciate that. Thanks, bro.
Are common and can be noticed just by watching the.
Yeah, this is one thing I've noticed with slop.
Don't test me, daddy.
I did say $1,000. This is one thing I've noticed with slop, to be fair, is like a lot of it actually doesn't add stuff. You're basically just like covering things that have already happened. It's like the Mr. Beast video I did yesterday. It's not like a deep dive. It's just like summarizing someone else's video. It's like the more Pegasus stuff, right? But he's basically just summarizing everything that's already happened and like condensing it down, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, you're not really adding anything. Yeah, I did want to say I'm going to change the live channel, but I'll wait until it gets more about me.
I saw your slop on kid games that are creepy. I have a core memory of playing Muppet Monsters on PS1. Terrified me as a kid. Also, were you thinking of playing Amanda the Adventurer Chapter 2 on stream? It is out now. Keep slopping and see you at next PAX.
Thank you, Soup Boy, for the 10. Yeah, I didn't even play the first Amanda the Adventurer.
Actually, what if you used the Patreon to get rid of these degenerates like Armpit Sniffer by posting your armpit, toes and cosplay at a premium price in Patreon so these degenerates stop plaguing like rats to carcasses and have a decent chat for once?
Let him cook now. I say let him cook now.
The video as intended. Oversights are common. The creator tends to meander on tangentially related topics to extend watch time. AI.
Okay, that is like, okay, fair enough. I do yap a lot in videos, but it is genuinely because I'm convinced I've got ADHD. And that sounds like such a cop-out. I'm getting my results back in like a couple weeks. I'm cooked. It's over. I'm absolutely cooked. And I think like the tangents I go on, they sometimes are relevant because I don't want to just do like repeating all the information I've seen on Twitter and in someone else's videos. I want to like be able to add something into it, right? I mean, it's not like life-changing content, definitely not. But at the same time, I feel like I just want to add at least some kind of substance that isn't just like, you know, repeating information. Thank you, Chris K, for the 26.
Hi. And lastly, the most important
Who uses AI for slop? I would love to know who does that.
factor to me, the videos aren't rewatchable and are almost designed to be discarded. To narrow in on that last point, there's actually a term for the opposite of this sort of content: evergreen. Just like the tree never loses its color, the content never really fades out of public relevance, and can continue to be watched even years after its original publication. The assumption is that while
I mean, you do get like 90% of your views in the first 2 weeks. There's no changing that, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I know the point he's going to make about like just higher quality videos kind of last longer.
slop has the ability to be quickly mass-produced, evergreen content can be watched and rewatched until it does just as well, if not better, in the long run. Another thing to point out is that YouTube has always had tiers of content. This is something I commonly see misconstrued. Yes, old Leafy videos were still slop, just because they were
Oh my god. How many filters are on that image? Holy.
slop, just because they were around before the term was made doesn't
Thank you, Sam, for the 12. First time catching a stream. Been watching you since my experience with Keemstar video. Glad to see you're still making slop.
Hey Big Pyro. Wheelchair guy here again. Was Hector Salamanca for Halloween? Might get a bell for Christmas. Ding ding.
Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Coffee, for joining. And Relic, yeah, you should put a pipe bomb under the wheelchair as well. Just make it like actually authentic.
make a difference. Examples of evergreen content, like Content Cop, can also be found. The difference
I
between
mean, they did all get removed though because iDubbbz wasn't comfortable with the content anymore. I think he's like deleted them or unlisted them or privated them.
then and now is that
But yeah, I guess that stuff had like rewatchability, like definitely.
back then, the two types of content could easily coexist without competition. Leafy would get millions of views on his daily videos, but they'd never have the impact of a Content Cop. Nowadays, videos like that are getting increasingly rare, and even then, these good videos could still be directly competing with slop, just summarizing the points within them. Another thing I'd like to highlight is what I'm calling disguised slop. For what it's worth, most daily drama commentaries make it clear and obvious that they didn't have much thought put into them. They take a few hours, then they're posted. Disguised slop, however, consists of videos, usually taking the essay or documentary approach, that trick the viewer into thinking they're watching something good with fancy editing, yet lack the writing that makes these videos memorable.
This trend right here has to be one of the worst trends. There have been worse trends.
This type of content
Me when I'm trying to add another page to my essay. Oh, thank you, Coffee, for the 10.
content tends to take the form of listicles, whether blatantly or subtly. The videos jump from topic to topic, with no connection between them, no through line, themes, or deeper narratives to be digested. And that ends with a video you watch once, then never think about again. Again, there's nothing innately wrong with slop content, disguised or not. At least when there's no better alternative. A lot of slop creators don't have the ambition to make better videos, but can still thrive on this platform by being ahead of the curve, quickly covering new drama and situations as they unfold, regardless of if their information was properly fact-checked.
You made a video critiquing Sniper Wolf or something, saying definitively she striked the channel. There was not enough information yet to say that she definitively struck the channel.
You've been coming in here with this whole thing of like integrity and all this fucking shit. Like, dude, you gotta like, dial it down a little bit.
The issue arises when creators known for
Uh-oh, he's made it to me, boys. It's over.
making good
Look at that boy there. So happy and full of life.
good.
Yeah, those views are actually insane, but I imagine like that's over the course of years. Yeah, I keep forgetting how well Far Cry 3 did. That was only 4 years ago. It feels like it was so much longer as well. Yeah, the videos were... Yeah, they changed a lot in length, actually. Because I guess, like... I think the point he's going to be making throughout this video is, like, this old content is better. The new content sucks. But I think this kind of content is also a lot more saturated now than what it was 4 years ago. Because when you make content like this, you have people that watch it, and they're like, oh, this is really good. And it's like, it's not enough to watch it. I want to be you. I want to have your views. I want to have your success. And then the market becomes more and more saturated, which is totally fine. But obviously the landscape of YouTube just keeps changing constantly. Like I feel like every 3 to 4 years, there's just like a huge shift in what actually is the meta.
Rewatchable.
I mean, you remember like when people were putting the Vivo watermark in their videos and stuff, or like saying, or putting rant in the title?
Evergreen videos turned to making vapid.
Did he say evergreen video?
Known for making good, rewatchable, evergreen video.
So he says evergreen video, and then he puts my response in. I don't know how to feel about that one, boys.
Turned to making vapid, flavor of the day, slop. Content no one will ever bother to rewatch or even think about again. And they begin throwing together worse content, both for themselves and for their audience. I'm not that annoyed when someone who isn't skilled or talented enough to do better makes a lazy commentary video. But when someone with that talent wastes it by pumping out garbage instead of making something better, that's where I start to get a bit miffed. That's a waste of talent.
Oh my double chin, holy.
And potential content that I'm...
The views aren't that bad though. But yeah, I agree. It is, as opposed to other content that I've made in the past, it is vapid. But I want to say a lot now, but I feel like I'm gonna wait for him to keep making points because I don't want to explain everything now and then it's brought up as a counterpoint later.
Being deprived of. But why would these established and skilled...
Also, that Cruelty Squad video did really well, which surprises me because I think like every video going ahead, I just always need like a set, a backdrop, and animation team, and that had none of it, and it still did really well.
Creators intentionally choose to make worse videos. It's money. Obviously, It's always money. So
oh, he's got like the game that Ramska made for me in the background. Okay, you can definitely tell that this guy's actually a fan, which is kind of based.
Obviously, the creators are driven to make this content solely with profits in mind, as there's little to no creative process there to begin with. But why do they do so well? You can say it's...
What? He's showing a Cheeto so much. I don't know what content a Cheeto does, but I don't think he likes him very much.
Because the algorithm promotes it, but the algorithm just delivers what the viewers want. So why do the viewers watch it? First, the packaging. The thumbnails display as little information as possible, just enough to entice the viewer without revealing any specifics.
Yep.
A cartoon character...
Unfortunately, ambiguity always works the best. I mean, I say that, but on the main channel, like Cruelty Squad, that's not like the scariest game you've never played. That was just like a pretty normal, average... Well, it's just the name of the game, isn't it? And then when Darkwood came out, I was like, what do I call it, man? I have no idea. Because, like, I'd like to tell you all that I'm this marketing genius and I know exactly what to title and thumbnail videos. We leave that until, like, the last 5 minutes before the video goes out. So, yeah, we called that Darkwood, and that's on, like, 4.6 now, which is all right. Yeah, I think it's... yeah, I don't think it has to be ambiguous, but in the sense of Pyro Live and Slop, it kind of has to be ambiguous because, unfortunately... It's such a saturated market.
On a blank background with some text.
Same haircut as Chris Griffin. That's messed up, bro.
Or the subject of whatever the drama video is about.
It's over. I like the one that says he's over. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, that one actually lives rent-free in my head.
In this
the
niche...
argument about wasted talent really doesn't feel like it's taking into account the sheer time, money or resources, and effort it takes to make long-form videos in the first place. Or even how the algorithm works in order to sustain the big projects.
I do agree with that in a sense. I mean, one thing I tend to do as well is like I upload the slot videos, obviously to make money for the main. I'm sure he'll bring that up because I use that as a cope so much. But also I funnel people into watching it because after like a week, your video is basically taking out the algorithm, right? Unless you're browsing YouTube late at night and it's recommending you longer videos. So it's more like I end card my slot videos and then put the I put Darkwood in the end cards of the videos to still get it some kind of traction, to make sure it just isn't completely forgotten by the algorithm.
The titles are vague, not
It's almost like a little treat. You've watched this slop, here's your treat, an actually like worthwhile video.
providing the viewer with any information on what the video's about, besides the fact that there's a situation. Again, a purposely vague, neutral term meant to get the
Everyone saw how many views Charlie was getting. I will die on this hill, right? I stole it. Everyone stole it from Charlie, 100%. He might have yoinked it from someone, but we'll never know. But yeah, because situation was the most genius title you could ever think of, because it basically means you're allowed to cover something. Hang on. You're allowed to cover something without giving any kind of input. Okay, guys. I might have to pause donos in a second. I don't know why, like some kind of karmic alignment. Whenever I speak, like then the donos come in. I will replay those in a second. But yeah, I feel like situation was the most genius thing. Imagine, you know what I need to do, actually? I fucking hell. I'm so, like, I keep needing to, like, pause these donos, and I feel bad for skipping people that are giving me $10. I am sorry about that, guys, because I don't want to lose my train of thought, because I've got, like, a million thoughts in my head at the same time. We need to get a system up. You know that pirate software guy, the guy with the ferret persona? We need to, like, get a system set up so I can actually play donos and time them. I don't know how to do that, genuinely. I would like to do that. But yeah. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is I feel like the word situation was so genius because it basically means that you're allowed to have input on something without giving an opinion. Like, you're not saying... I mean, a good example is, you know, Atriarch, Ludwig's, like, business partner, mate? He obviously did that whole AI thing, and then he, you know, he apologized. I think his partner was crying next to him, and then he hired like a law firm to basically wipe tons of AI images off the internet, you know, doing complete overtime, completely regained his image. I literally titled that video, "This YouTuber Ended His Career." And that's like, that's bullshit. That's a bullshit title. Like, when I made that title, and when I put that, I'm gonna skip this one, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry. When I made that title, I was like, this is not an honest title. But I feel like I can't change it now. It's kind of just there, in place. So then, like, people started using the situation title, and it's like, oh, that's genius. Because I'm pretty sure if you look at what Charlie did, he would have. I'm assuming he would have called it like Atriox situation or something. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, literally situation. Because if you title it they both called it. If you call it situation, you're not leaning in either direction. So you're basically just covering the topic without like antagonizing one side. Meanwhile, I titled the video, you know, the streamer ruined his career, which like isn't true. I mean, he's back doing better than ever. And that guy probably hates me now because of that title. So that's why everyone leaned towards situation, because it's like a safe way. Is it a cowardly way? Yeah, sure. I don't even disagree with that. But yeah, I did want to go on to like a big rant about slop content and stuff. But again, I'm going to wait until this video is more targeted towards me. Let me go over these donos now. Sorry for skipping, guys, but yeah, I did not want to lose my train of thought there.
The viewer's foot through the door. And once that happens...
Yeah, he's over. Pyrocynical, he's over.
Pandora's box has been opened.
The Mr. Beast situation somehow got any kind of work.
This is just a natural mechanism of capitalism, as short-form fast-produced content can form as much money or more as a long-form long-produced videos.
True.
And because it is fast-produced, it can create more money overall than long-form.
Okay, I'm not doing a Hassan, guys, sorry. I'm actually... Hang on. Sorry, I gotta turn on my AC, man. My family have, like, cranked the heating in the house, and I'm, like, sweating. As a Pinko commie, it's just natural mechanism of capitalism. I mean, I used to make daily videos, like, 7 years ago. But now it's just without the gameplay. And I think the reason why people have become so hypercritical...
Wheelchair guy again.
I'll get back to that in a second. I think the reason why people have been so critical about it as well is because it's now so much more saturated. There's so many more people doing
Pyro.
it.
I've been a fan for a long time. My question for you is, with GTA 6 and Shrek 5 coming out, is there any chance we could get Shrek as Swag V?
Didn't I leave a like goal of 1,000 likes if I 10,000 likes if I get that?
Fall out of my chair like the Madrigal guy who game ends himself after Gus dies. It's funny. Should I go bald to go fall into the Vinceverse? Kid named Paralysis.
You should go bald. That'd be funny. Thank you, Sylvia, for the 2 months.
This is true. This could actually be the end. This could be. I was debating whether I wanted to talk about Mr. Beast. And you just destroyed his.
I definitely think Pegasus has done irreparable damage to the commentary community because his videos got so many views. It put the entire community on the radar.
Career, and it's getting worse for him.
But yeah, like the videos I used to do were the same like 7 years ago, the daily stuff. But I feel like now it's under much more of a microscope because there's so many more people doing it. Because YouTube is so much more saturated. I'll be honest, I got into YouTube at such a lucky time. I feel like I got in as soon as the doors closed. Because it is so much harder to like grow your channel and stuff now. It's so much more saturated. So being an old head has like one benefit to it.
Sudden, your entire recommendations will be flooded with an influx of forgettable, interchangeable drama content. Different situations, yet always the same thumbnail.
I love those. Thank you, Recycled, for the 5.
And always the same titles. But after viewing begins...
I made the rant about situation earlier. It's a way to basically be neutral and just cover slop.
Why would anyone stay watching? This leads us to the next important piece of the puzzle.
I think people stay watching because it's negativity. If you hear something negative about something, like drama always attracts people, always. That's like why some of the biggest TikTok accounts right now is like people covering news and like internet drama and stuff. Because people use it as a form of escapism. They distract themselves from their own life. It's like the same reason that people play video games. It's like you see this person.
Have you played mouthwashing? I would say it would be a good main channel video, as the plot is enough to create a whole video essay. Been a lurker for a while, BTW. Thank you for always being a good source of content. Love from Norway.
Thank you, Samurai, for the 10. There's a lot of t-shirts in Norway at the minute. Yeah, I might play mouthwashing at some point. I was debating on just doing like a second. Well, I'll get to that.
The algorithm needs watch time. And if they're making bad videos, people aren't going to keep watching. Or are they? Over the years, the sloppers have found the perfect workaround. Drama.
Yep.
The reason a lot of drama slop does so well is because the viewer's collective interest in the given situation leading them towards it is always more persuasive than the lackluster content of the video begging them to leave. When you watch more Pegasus recap the Mr. Beast allegations, you're watching to see what Dogpack is alleging. The issue here is that Pegasus is an aggregator, with no insight or involvement. He isn't diligently looking through the evidence, he's repeating everything he sees in front of him, pushing...
Yeah, this is what, like I was saying, this is basically what the majority of slop content is, definitely. It's just repeating information that already exists online. It's just condensing it and making it more accessible.
The popular narrative because everyone else is. Everything he says is just a watered-down version of a better and more entertaining video. And even the information he presents isn't double-checked. In his third video, Dogpack accuses MrBeast CEO James Warren of domestic violence with no source, and Pegasus just repeats it without question, not even bothering to correct it in the pinned comment or description even after Dogpack rescinded that point.
There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him.
Now, obviously, someone in the CEO position of MrBeast, in my opinion, should not have a history of any DV or psychopath behavior or drug addiction or potential harassment involving a female colleague, right? These are all extremely concerning allegations and...
Apparently Pegasus actually put a statement out. Hang on. So I talked to Mr. Breast behind the scenes in a couple of calls. We had a real genuine conversation about everything. Jimmy admits he did a lot of wrong, but he also wants to clarify a lot of misinformation, lies about him as well. We had a call off the record. We agreed not to record, where we had a few responses that cleared up some confusion and helped his case partly. We then set up an actual interview to post on the channel today, and I asked him about every single allegation. I prepared questions the last 2 days. He seemed excited about finally getting his perspective out there, but literally last minute before the recorded interview, his team cancelled, and they said they want to do an in-person interview rather than an online one. Spoilers, I don't live in America, so we can't do that. I personally don't think it makes a difference, and you guys wouldn't really mind an online interview. We just want him to respond. He then apologized to me for wasting my time. But yeah, that's what happened the past few days. That's weird. Anyways, if he changes his mind, I'm still down. You can still expect a fair interview with hard-hitting questions. I keep it real and do not bend for bigger YouTubers. It means nothing to me. Brave. I still think it's best to do it on this channel specifically. I wonder why. And he'd convince the most people here, as it's been the forefront of the drama, but it's his decision in the end. I guess I might cover the interview when it drops on some other channel. He hasn't decided where yet. As for Soggy Cereal's videos, some things were right, but some things were pretty wrong too. But feel free to watch it if you want. I may cover it later on, but I'm obviously more interested in talking to Mr. Breast directly. He definitely wants to secure that interview. Could you imagine the views that I get? I honestly don't know what's next, but stay tuned anyways. I'll do my best. It's been an insane few months. Yeah, I reached out to, I know this is off topic to the video about me, but I reached out to Soggy Cereal today, and he said he really appreciated the stream. He said he really liked what I said, and he also agrees that he should have talked more about Jake Weddle, which I think was really good of him to, you know, accept that. He just said he was like really hurt by Mr. Beast reaching out to me and other creators to basically watch the video. I knew, I'll be honest with that Mr. Beast stuff. I'm so happy I shown that DM, bro, because I knew like, you know, I basically never spoke to him, but I knew that other people were reached out, and I knew that they would post it, and it would get leaked that this is some kind of like cabal to like save his career or something, and it would get insanely twisted. So I'm so happy I did that self-report. I knew there was something up with it. Anyways, Frilt?
To be addressed immediately. I feel like you have to take some responsibility for the CEO of your company, right?
This is
Thank you, Ash, the month.
sloppy journalism.
When is the t-shirt you're wearing going on sale? It's a jumper, a Christmas jumper. It goes up tomorrow.
And yes, journalism is the right term here. People watch this content for the same reason they watch the news. They want to stay.
I think the reason why this video is made is the same reason why Leafy had a content cut made on him from iDubbbz, because it's like, you see someone that gets more views than you, and they are putting infinitely less effort into their content, you get jealous. Like 99% of hatred on YouTube stems from jealousy. It's like, why is this guy getting... I know this sounds like a cope, right? But it's like, why is this person getting so many views and they're doing like next to no effort? Like, I get like that. I'll see people that I feel like aren't putting in like adequate effort and getting insane views. And like, unfortunately, as much as I try to not be, and I'm much better at it now than I was years ago, I get jealous over it. I think that's a normal thing that no YouTuber wants to actually admit, because then you seem like a moron, you seem petty. But I think it's really good to be transparent about that.
Stay informed on the latest events and drama. But if the videos aren't entertaining and they
obviously there was other problems with Leafy, a lot of other problems as well, definitely. But it would have stemmed from how many views Leafy was getting with basically no effort.
don't even provide the correct information, there's literally no merit for these to exist. Now that we have a good understanding of slop content and everything it entails, let's go through the life cycle of YouTube drama to examine the slop economy at work. All drama starts from the inciting incident. Usually a creator is called out for doing a bad thing. This first wave of backlash leads to people beginning to make jokes and memes spreading the claims, and within a day or two, the first wave of slop videos are released. With that current drama unfolding, now would be an ideal time for accusations to occur. People begin looking into the accused's history, digging for any possible behavior to be called out on. Streamers will go over this as the situation develops, and sloppers might make an extra video or two.
Sloppers. It sounds like kind of a slur, doesn't it? Sloppers.
If the situation is crazy enough.
Wow. That was a year ago. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Pyrocynical, from a year ago. Wear a better cap though, man. Come on.
After a little while, a response to the drama is issued, and is either reacted to with an overcorrective defense, or career-tainting humiliation.
I will go. Why is there a dono? Like, these donos spawn in. These donos spawn in whenever I'm about to speak. I'll play it in a second. I will be honest, I've said this already. My response was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. The fact that I could just commission stuff now without any kind of worry that people think I'm like a degen or a freak. Holy. Thank God. Like, honestly, having all my skeletons put out the closet and like being able to just respond to all of it, that was actually the most like liberating thing I've ever had in my life. And if that never happened, I probably would have quit YouTube over being such an anxious wreck. So thank God all that happened. Like, whew, holy.
I do want to ask Pyro, do you think the slop content is kind of like those cable TV shows that cover celebrity schlock and shit like rumors about dating, misbehavior, their jobs and paparazzi except surrounding YouTube influencers and slop channels?
Do you think the slop content is kind of like those cable TV shows? Oh, what, like the Kardashians or something? Oh, you mean gossip stuff like MTV? Yeah, probably. I guess there's like layers to it though, but yeah.
Which is sometimes deserved, sometimes not. Then with the drama coming to a close, the sloppers throw one more video out to end things off, and a few months
Yeah, that was crazy how he actually ended up doing like a 3.5-hour compilation of his previous videos.
later, the disguised sloppers release retrospective documentaries of events. Basically just summarizing what happened with little additional storytelling. A lot of the time, someone's coverage of the situation will also be called out, and several much smaller splinter dramas will occur. These usually aren't talked about as much since they aren't worthy of the news cycle, but smaller channels will continue reacting and responding to each other.
I love that Twitter meme. Just the poorly drawn Charlie. And the title would be like the poopy big butt situation.
Propagate the slop economy. I find this regurgitation of content to be interesting. Something even more interesting is that a lot of the time, that inciting drama doesn't really matter. In the early stages, a lot of it is just propelled by...
If your response never happened, you might have not gotten the 2 instances of $2,000 you got to show you fucking feet. You slut.
So true. Thank you, Adam, for the 10.
Was making money off of it to keep the income flooding, spreading around old, unrelated stories to keep the bloodthirsty drama viewer base satiated. A lot of the time, it actually gets pretty sad. You have streamers repeating the same few points on repeat, desperately trying to keep the audience engaged and enraged while they're looking for something, anything else to say. They need to build up the importance of these situations because their livelihood literally depends on it. And if it's a slow day, they're gonna pull in less money.
But I mean, dude, this guy's brilliant. I hope he continues to make videos. I'm going to cover lots of his stuff from now on, if it's an interesting topic to make. Bro, he is absolute content gold mine.
So we've established that slop videos suck ass, but seeing these established and respected creators switching over to me is a lot more annoying.
When's the last time D'Angelo uploaded, actually? Because I loved his video on the COVID celebrity parties. That one was really good. Hang on. Let's have a little look at his channel. Yeah, this is his main. Yeah, I mean, 3 months. It took a month for him to make that video, and then he's basically getting, like, he's getting the same amount of views in, like, a video that took a day to make. So it just makes sense why people do this. I mean, look at that. That took him a month. An hour-and-a-half documentary, an essay, 821K. He made this in a day. More views. I mean, yeah, the revenue won't be the same because it's a 20-minute video compared to an hour and a half, but still, it just... I'm really not surprised that YouTubers jump on making slop. It really does not surprise me. It's insane. I think it's okay to make slop. I just think it's finding that balance. Like, again, you know, I know cope incoming, but it's like we're working on Fear and Hunger right now. Like, wait, should I show you guys a little bit of Fear and Hunger? I'm going to show you guys a little bit of Fear. Yo, Epic Danky with the 50 gifted, bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. W's in chat. Again, this guy gave like 120 gifted or something yesterday, man. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. That's crazy. Yeah, that's another thing I got to jump on as well. Community events. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Right, yeah. Do you want me to show you a little bit of Fear and Hunger? What we've been working on? Hang on. This is the reason why the slop channel exists, boys. You always have to spend your turn as effectively as possible, because every enemy knows the best way to kill you and they're very good at it. Every decision, and especially every mistake you make in a turn, can have horrible lasting effects, which you won't even know about until you feel them. Even if you played the game multiple times, know the exact pattern an enemy works to beat them while taking 0 losses, there is always a chance that you can still miss, whether that's with swinging your weapon or watching as your 9th coin toss in a row goes tails. Once again, not letting you save when you're standing there with 10 health left. They say that Australia has the worst rate of gambling losses in the world. Well, clearly, if it feels a bit dry, by the way, it's because there's no there's no
Pyro,
background music put in.
Talking about slop videos, I'm curious on what your opinion on the MLX drama is, and would you ever make a video on it?
Yeah, MLX drama? No, hell no, I'm not doing a video on that. Jesus. Fuck that. I have no idea where he is, and I genuinely don't care. Thank you, Southern Knox, for the 10. My last dono didn't go through, but if it helps, I wanted to say that you have a subsidization business model. One product funds another. Like, like how Kick is funded by Stake. Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, true. They didn't include fear and hunger in that graph. Even simply attacking is complex. In most games, you'd have a single health bar for any given enemy. But here, each individual limb is a separate target with its own HP pool. Enemies' limbs are what actually attack you. So by destroying a limb, you can remove specific attacks from the fight altogether. Even reducing enemies to the point they can't even fight back, which you can then fully exploit. Those guys, those mages, are hell, by the way. They can cast a spell.
The slop you cover? Maybe talk about things you actually care about or think people need to be aware of, like world off shirts, I guess. I think not caring about what you're talking about is a straight road to burnout.
I don't know where that dono is. I can't read it. The World of T-shirt stuff, I'm probably going to stop talking about Josh now, I think. I'm probably going to stop talking about Josh. It's just sad. Genuinely. I just feel depressed after any video I make on that situation. Unless something huge happens, but... I just feel like it's exploitation at this point. What's happening to him? It's just sad. But yeah, you saying covering stuff I actually care about. I do want to get into that as well. I will be doing that. I'm very excited to do that. I do want to get into that a little bit later though. Like, for example, let's say you're wearing a ring that heals you once per turn. You can now just get infinite heals because the enemy can't fight back. Or you could even try to communicate with your opponent with no risk of them attacking. Dude, this sounds so weird with that music, though, this video. For some juicy lore. For example, the enemy I mentioned in the intro, the guard, usually he'll attack you with his cleaver-wielding hand first for insane damage, which always results in the loss of a limb. But if you've already fought him before and know what he's going to do, you can instead prioritize destroying his cleaver arm before he can even take a swing. That is, if you don't completely miss on accident. Very embarrassing.
Oh, dang it.
This obviously doesn't kill him, as he still has his right arm, torso, head. I know this all seems like not very engaging and analytical, but this is like near the opening of the video where like explaining the limbs and stuff is so important. Both his legs and stinger. Whoa! Okay, that can't actually be a schlong, right? That can't be a schlong. Stinger. I baited all of you. I baited chat again. 50th clip farm this stream. But at least you've got some breathing room. So let's try the other arm, which uses a special attack that you have to either guard against to avoid or flip a coin. And as you've probably seen, watch the video get taken down because of that, even though it's literally a sausage. Coin flips are something you don't want to do. We're probably going to add like a boomer sound effect or something there. You know, like the Left 4 Dead boomer, like no. But even if you cut off the other arm, the guard will instead start body slamming you for a consistent HP drain every round. Which, yeah, I think that's... Yeah, there's more. There's more, but yeah, I think that you get kind of the gist of it and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to get like a set done and stuff for that. I'm really excited for it. I wanted to dress up as like all the 4 main characters and stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, money sink. But yeah, what was I on about? Yeah, with D'Angelo, like obviously he has, you know, the main channel where he does the essays. He actually brought the Cody Co stuff to light because I remember like that went under the radar until he made his video on it. But yeah, like he actually got insane views and he was pushing like 20-minute videos, but it's so obvious unless something personal's happened, he just got burnout. He got burnout just yapping about stuff he probably doesn't really care about too much every single day. Because there's no way if you're uploading daily that you care about every video that you're making. And I think the way that YouTube works, which is so toxic, is like if D'Angelo checks his analytics right now, he's just going to see everything going down, like even if he's on a break. So he's basically being punished for taking time off. It's just great system, guys. Great system.
When a Cheeto or Pegasus make bad videos, no one really cares. They never made good videos to begin with. But when someone known for going more in depth covers things poorly, it kinda damages their credibility. Everything up until now was basically just
He said I made good videos at one point. I'll take that. I'll take that.
set up. This is a video about one man in particular. This is a video about a man I used to look up to. Someone who's inspired me.
Let's go!
This is a video about Pyro Y.
48 hours.
Well, to be honest,
Let's go! I'm gonna use this video to... Okay, don't put that one in. Why are you putting that? What? That was a good intro. Why you put that one in? Why you do that? Why you put that one in? To address the allegations made against me.
Many believe that the term slop originated from him to begin with. I personally
It did. Don't say it's from Dolan.
first heard it thrown around on an episode of his podcast, TBA.
Don't say it's from Dolan. I like to imagine it is an actual trough of slop and just the little piggies running up to the trough. Oh my god, I invented it. Yo, he literally said I invented slop. There you go. I invented it. Oh my god. Oh my god, my bit. My Arrakis, my Dune. Actually invented a bit for once.
Pyro is someone who used to be known as a Leafy clone.
True.
Riding the same wave that Leafy used to come to prominence. But over the years, he would slowly
It's not Dolan's bit. The guy making the video on me literally said it's my bit.
shift from that image by making increasingly higher quality videos. Both his deep dive game reviews, as well as by refining his general.
The thing is with those older videos, they weren't actually, like, they weren't anything insane. They just had very, very good editing. They had very good editing. Because you got to keep in mind, back then, it was just me and Ramska. That was it. We were just like a two-man team. And now on the Slop channel, I think I've got, like, 3 editors that are on, like, rotation. So they get, like, a day off and stuff like that. So they don't get burnout and stuff. But back then, when it wasn't daily, it was just a two-man team. Like, the videos weren't that good. I think he's genuinely looking at it with, like, rose-tinted glasses, like nostalgia. It's not anything special than what I was doing before. Just the editing was really good. I mean, you do get standout videos like this, where I bought Ninja's book and I went over it. I want to make more videos like that. I really do. I don't want to mention it too early, but I've like I said, I talked to my team. I do want to change how we do Pyro Live. I'm probably like, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move away from doing daily videos for a couple weeks and maybe try to aim to do like 2 videos a week and make them like on the same level as what these are. You know, like kind of a Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez kind of video. You know, like trying out a dating app or something like that. I just want to... I feel like the Pyro Live videos I'm covering now is just like, I record it and then it's like, I don't care. I don't care. It's just not... It's just not there creative-wise. And I know that there's the potential to do so much more than just sit in front of a camera and be like, oh, you know Mr. Breast, he has Crohn's disease. Like, it's just... Yeah.
Commentary videos. He was someone capable of achieving a level.
The age of slop has ended. Okay, you say that. We'll try it for 2 weeks. It will get fuck all views. The revenue will dip. And because I've got a big team that I need to make sure I keep paying without letting them go, we'll have to go back. But I do want to try it. I really do want to try it. Thank you, Orthodox, for the 8 months.
Of humor while
Bring back gaming with the bros. I mean, that could be a good show.
still being able to be taken seriously. Something I myself am trying to achieve. And he was highly rewarded because of it.
Again, these weren't like... I think the views are insane, but it's not that different to what... I mean, yeah, the Morgs Fest one was different. That was a big event and stuff. But the Mr. Beast one was just me comparing Mr. Beast and Morgs. That's it. And I feel it's like... The editing was really good, but it's just because the market was nowhere near as saturated.
While in his
I also think there's saturation with uploads as well. Like, if people upload too much, the views tend to go down because there's too much content to actually consume. So if you upload less, you actually get more views.
gameplay stage,
We did try higher quality videos, but I'm gonna bite my tongue because I'm very sure if he's like a fan, he'll definitely know that I've made this point before. So I'll wait for him to say it first.
he was the follower. In his more long-form content, he was a pioneer. Eventually, he would solely commit to the long-form game reviews, unfortunately leaving his more comedic slanted commentary videos in the past. This gap
Holy baby face.
in his dichotomy then sparked the creation of Pyro Live, a second channel that started as stream highlights before
Yeah, the older videos were like...
dichotomy then sparked the creation of Pyro Live, a second channel.
Yeah, that was a gaming video. That was basically just funny moments but fully subtitled. That was a Minecraft video. That was actually a pretty good video.
Well,
That was garbage, by the way. That was literally just me reacting to the No Games Awards. There wasn't anything special
Were
there.
you ever friends with Memulus and Wilner back in the day? I think you did a few videos with them.
I still talk to Willany sometimes. I haven't spoke to Memulus in probably years. But I'll message Willany like once every several months or something. They all live down in London, so it's just like just different scene.
Started as
Yeah, most of this, like the FNAF game you can't play, that was a reaction video. Like this content he's saying that started off good, the only reason it got views is because it wasn't as saturated. Like this J Schlatt is in the video. That was me playing like this Dead by Daylight ripoff prop night, I think. Like they're really not very good videos. I definitely want to try to like, oh god, I was milking J Schlatt back then, Jesus. Yeah, I did actually want to try to go back and like, I almost want to make content on the second channel, almost like what J Schlatt does, you know, where he has like the community interactions and stuff, like reacting to, you know, fan presentations and stuff like that. Or even what Ludwig does, like speedrunning games. I really want to do that. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't want to play my cards too early, but we got one slot video going out tonight. And then after that, I think we're taking a bit of a break on the channel. And I do genuinely want to like, I'm going to come out with a video maybe in like half a week later, maybe a week later. And I'm hoping it does really well. Because it's going to be basically doing a deep dive into like the history of like older YouTube and stuff like that. I just want to see how it pans out.
Highlights before slowly shifting and evolving into a daily commentary channel.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, it's the same as he's always done, but something's changed. The video lengths have ballooned from 10 minutes to over...
Disaster, love your music. When's the new album dropping?
Teenage Disaster? I do not look like him, bro. That guy actually has a jawline. I give it a 10, though.
20. He spends...
Well, the videos have only been 20 minutes long for like the past couple months, I'd say. Because I realized that everyone else was doing that. I mean, a good example is like... I mean, Umperville. Like, Umperville, he would make his videos like 40, 50 minutes long, and it's like, how are you doing that? That's crazy.
Several minutes per video, rambling about unrelated...
Like, I remember talking to like someone that was working close with Critical, and they basically told me, like, Charlie does not make as much money as people think he does with the length of his videos. And I was like, okay, buddy, sure. But obviously, if you make a video like 8 minutes and then it goes on to 20 minutes, the payout is like a lot bigger.
Related topics, and even some of the topics themselves are just ass. He clearly doesn't give a shit about what he's talking about, so misinformation commonly slips in, whether he doesn't know the full extent of a situation or...
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. With the Nook stuff, I really should have looked into that more. I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have covered it if I knew the full extent of it. Because it's just way too weighted.
Just other obvious oversights.
That Chasington guy really doesn't like me, by the way. I've seen him rent me multiple times. Wait, what? Oh shit, I didn't know he did that.
Many fans have seemingly diluted themselves into thinking it has to
Yeah, that was major L on my part, definitely.
Be this way. That there's no better alternative, and cope by saying he needs the numerous slop channels to fund his good videos.
Which I do.
Pyro. I want to emphasize that I'm not doing a bit or trying to be an asshole. I meant that you have a spot on your neck that was not there before. It could be a bug bite for all that I know.
Oh.
You are my fav YouTuber, so I'm slightly concerned.
Oh yeah, thank you for the 10. You mean this here? It's where I cut myself shaving. It's a cut from my razor blade when I was shaving my neck beard. Yeah, that's nothing to worry about. I thought you meant something in my mouth. I was like, oh shit. But no, I mean it's not a... You say that it's a cope to fund the main channel, but it's literally not. Like, we always operate on a loss. You know? There are people that are earning insane money compared to me on YouTube that have like a similar subscriber count. But I gotta like, I employ my sister, my mom, my dad, they don't work their jobs anymore. They work with the company. And they're like getting older and stuff as well. And I want to make sure that they're financially secure. I've obviously got a lot more employees now than what I used to have as well. And then like the way that the main channel works, I have a lot of input on it with the script and the editing and stuff. But I basically just give these guys like a pay every week, a flat rate to kind of just like do their own thing. Because I don't want to like constrict them. I don't want it to turn, you know, I'll just let them like work as they go, you know? Like obviously I want a turnaround, but yeah, no, I don't think that's a cope at all. I think I definitely need the income because I couldn't do it otherwise.
Now, on its face, that logic is fine. He clearly spends a lot on commissions, both for his main channel and also other means.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that?
Personally, I don't think he's in a bad financial situation with his $5,000 PS5.
Okay, it's not... Where did we get $5,000 from, by the way? Where did we get $5,000 from? It's like $700. It's literally 300 to 700 pound. That is still ridiculously expensive. Okay, 200 by the way. 200 pound. Where did we get $5,000 from, young man? Like I am stupid, but I would not pay that much for a PS5 shirt.
Shirt and $20,000 a month on commission.
I know exactly what that art is. That's like the first result when you look at Pyrocynical fat art. Dude, if you're an actual fan, you can go through my Twitter likes. Oh, they removed those.
For personal use. But the easy claim to make is that just because he's making these videos for money doesn't mean he shouldn't be criticized when he gets things wrong. I do think it's respectable that, for the most part, he tries to avoid talking about more serious situations. It's better to spread misinformation on something that doesn't matter, but it'd be even better to see no misinformation at all. A little extra effort goes a long way, even if it is for slop content. A lot of people seem to have forgotten what...
I know this sounds like a cope, but I feel the research on the Pyro Live videos, for the most part, is pretty solid. The Nook stuff we fucked up on. The Drake stuff we fucked up on. There's probably other examples that I can't list. But for a channel that uploads daily, we basically always hit the mark on research and covering topics. And trying to, like, condense everything. I guess into like a more watchable format. We've definitely fucked up, but I don't think because you've made a couple of mistakes that then means that like everything's bad.
Pyro's best commentaries were like, he would build a unique atmosphere around the topics
Actual fetus, holy.
he covered. He'd actually buy Ninja's book or try to meet Morgs. His video about Karens, for example, had a House of the Dead inspired intro, which separates that unique video from all the other videos on his channel.
That was a goated intro.
And the same can be said with just about every other.
The thing is though, he's cherry picking videos a little bit, I think. The Morgs thing was like a one-off and I never did anything like that again. Most of my videos were just behind my computer. Yeah, I did skits and stuff like that, definitely. And I think it's difficult to explain it. I feel like the problem is when you do YouTube for so long, it stops being a hobby and then it becomes more of like a job. And I think what I've been doing since I started doing YouTube full time, I've constantly been chasing my tail. Furry reference, get it, Lamau? Into like keeping myself entertained. That's why like KSI and Logan and that gave up on YouTube, by the way. That's why they do those like businesses and that. They don't like doing it anymore. They've been doing it for so long, they're bored and they hate it. I'm always trying to find, like, I feel like I always want to do YouTube, right? But I realize it is definitely a business at the same time. It is my job. And sometimes you don't like your job, despite the fact that YouTube is, like, the job to have. And I will be eternally grateful for that. And the fact that you guys, you know, watch my content, I cannot ever thank you guys enough for that. Because obviously, you know, like, without a YouTuber having an audience, they don't exist, right? But yeah, I feel like I've been chasing myself for years. I'm trying to always make the content entertaining, but then also trying to make, because I'm 27 now, right? I'm not 18. And I'm now realizing like, shit, like I'm coming up to my 30s soon, man. Like I need to be able to like actually have enough money and like capital and stuff to be able to like, you know, maybe have a family or like move, you know, you get all these life pressures that come up to you and stuff. Because I used to just wake up and just do YouTube constantly and then go to bed and that's it. But now I've got all these other pressures on my mind as well. And then it's like, well, this could work. This could be funny. But would it get views? Would it get views? Because views means money. And money means like security. And I know that like a multi-millionaire talking about this sounds like the biggest cope of all time. I totally understand that. And it sounds incredibly out of touch. But I feel like a lot of people do change content like throughout the years. I still want to keep doing content. I don't want to be one of these people that just sits like investing crypto all day, like playing PUBG and like gooning. I do one of those three things. But yeah, I do want to go back to making videos like this, at least trial it. But I feel like the energy would be different because I'm a 27-year-old man now. I'm not like 19, 20. Like a lot has changed. But I do want to try it. I feel like with the slop, I'm definitely kept in like a certain lane. And I feel like, you know, the money's good. But it's like, it's the same reason why Ludwig gave up Mogul Mail, right? Do you remember like his last video was before he quit, was saying how he hates the channel, and then he came back and he talked about the Twitch ad rev and got like roasted for it. It's like, yeah, that was his like daily commentary channel and he hated it. But obviously he's got other avenues. He's got all these businesses he's invested in, this whole network in LA, that kind of thing. I do want to try. Yeah, like I said, tonight we're gonna put out like a slop video. That's gonna probably be like the last slop video. For a little bit, and then I do want to try some higher quality stuff. I'm in the process right now of like buying a bunch of props and stuff like that. Do I know it's gonna work? No, it probably won't work. I'll be honest, unless we're getting like 1 million views a video, it's not gonna be worth it, like cost wise, you know. And I don't want to have to like let employees and stuff go. I don't want to do that, so it puts me in a difficult position. But I'm definitely willing to trial it for a couple weeks, absolutely. So yeah, it's just it's difficult. It is difficult, but I understand where this guy's coming from, but I also do think it is a little bit of nostalgia bait as well.
Video from that era, and those videos were great.
The piggies are going to starve. I mean, I still want to do slop. I kind of wanted to go down that route of like, you know, like Drew Gooden and all that. You know, obviously like the streaming wouldn't slow down at all because the streaming is like actually, I enjoy streaming. I think it's really fun.
Certifiably not slop. I could still go back and rewatch them today and have...
Ludwig quit since he can't criticize Mr. Beast. Typical pyro misinfo L. He quit before that, didn't he? I thought. Or maybe it's a little bit after.
I really hope the new content works out better than the couple or shorter game reviews you did on the pyro_live.
Yeah.
However, I genuinely think people will still complain there's no slop and then complain when it returns. We've already seen this once.
I agree with that. You can never make everyone happy. It's literally impossible.
This is why I did my Pinko commie spiel. Slop generates revenue due to the incentives created to generate low-effort mass-produced content, and some mistake will prop up due to the nature of it. The video to me is missing the forest for the trees to me.
I think, personally, one point I do want to make is, like, I'm down to try it, and if it doesn't work, we can all say together, we tried it, and it didn't work. As opposed to me never trying it and never knowing. Jax Films is about to make a video on you. Unlucky.
The same enjoyment I did in 2019 and 2020. It's evergreen.
I hope he does like my fake deep voice if he's doing a video on me.
And this effort was rewarded with millions and millions of views per video. It's easy to forget now, but Pyro didn't just wake up one day with 5 million subscribers. He made videos to earn it. I'm not saying he can make videos on this level every day for Pyro Live, but incorporate...
No, that's absolutely impossible. No human could do that without being on like Fence or something.
Hey dude, just wanted to send much love. Been watching you since your deep-voiced children bully era. I'm proud of the direction you've gone in, and the amount of passion you put into your main videos.
Thank you, Silver, for the 10. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Titus, for the 8 months. Yeah, it's just a lot to think about. Like, I'm genuinely... The video we're working on right now on Pyro Live is like one of the videos that I'm actually like excited to make for the first time in like a long time. And I just really hope it pans out. But yeah, we could try it.
Incorporating elements of the higher effort format, even just for a video or two, will do a lot of work to make the videos stand out again.
See, again, there's hundreds of videos I've uploaded in that time, and he's only using like 3 examples. I feel like more should be used. Because he's probably picking out the actual best highlight videos. As opposed to like what the actual... Because a lot of what I uploaded back then as well was just garbage, by the way.
And maybe the views will reflect...
The views will never be that high. The views will never be that high. The community is much more saturated now than what it used to be. There's no way.
But instead of anything memorable, he just needs a situation to be crazy.
I hate that works. I hate that that's the meta and that works, honestly.
All the issues I have with Pyro's approach to Slop Tent can be found in one situation.
Did he really
No
need to
more
use...
slop. The piggies are gonna starve.
Thank you, Tessie, for the 10. Well, I wanted to try the higher quality stuff for like 2 weeks. And if it doesn't work after that, then it's like, okay, we tried. We'll just go back to regular slop. You know, I'd rather experiment than not try it all.
Situation.
I hope it works, man. Like, if we actually get to pull in, like, if we make the same amount of revenue so I can, like, keep everyone, like, employed and stuff, that would be amazing. And then being able to have breathing room to, like, look into other projects and stuff as well.
A microcosm that's reflective of almost all of the problems in his entire operation. And yes, that situation is insane.
My goat, Flasfire, my goat.
It all started when the YouTuber Flazefire made a
I pay Flasfire $500 a month to say nice things about me.
Video called The X Situation Is Why. It's a video...
He made this video under 8 minutes, by the way. Like, just to bait people out as well. It was so good.
That, on top of being very well put together, is also very, very blunt with its criticism. He points out why this type of content is bad, makes fun of everyone doing this content, then he himself becomes the example of what to do instead. It's a well-edited, well-written, and hilarious video, and all of this material is condensed to 7 minutes and 54 seconds. So short that the video can't even play mid-roll ads. He lost money by choosing to do this, but not adding those 6 seconds when he so easily could have really hammered home the point of the video. No one could possibly claim that this was
I like how that was definitely intentional as well.
Slop because it wasn't a profitable venture. True sloppers would never even entertain that thought. So this video captures Pyro's
Hello,
attention.
Slop King. This is the third time sending a dono. Please say hello to my fellow two gooners watching. Alvin and White.
Shoutouts to Alvin and White, my boys.
And he does
It was an actual 7-minute, 54-second Andy.
a reaction to it on his Pyrocynical TV channel, a stream highlights reaction channel that re-uploads highlights of segments taken from his streams. I was curious.
We made that channel, by the way, because we realized that, like, most of the streams we did were just being claimed. So, yeah, we just kind of, like, split it all up and stuff like that. And obviously, again, it was just another revenue source as well. Because we just get to make even bigger stuff. Because I'll be honest, Darkwood actually scared me how expensive that was to make. The revenue we made off that, like ad revenue, that probably covered like 20% of all the money spent on it. So yeah, then I kind of panicked and I was like, oh, Asmongold, he just watches videos and moves his eyebrows a little bit. Yeah, sure.
Just to see Pyro's react.
But obviously, when I do reaction videos, like, I'm terrified of not adding enough substance, so I just always, like, try to, you know, add something every couple of seconds. How expensive was Darkwood? I don't know. It's got to be about £200,000, I think. For the animation and paying all the editors and stuff. Yeah, it's got to be around £200,000. Genuinely, it was very costly, very costly.
Reaction to what he says.
I don't know. I don't feel like every main channel video has to have like a set and stuff. I feel like it should, but like I don't know. I keep going back and forth on it.
It's a video that takes a very aggressive stance against slop.
Keep in mind, most of that money went to the editors working, by the way. Everyone working on that project. Keep that in mind, obviously.
And as someone who formerly made good videos on a regular basis, maybe his worldview and experiences on YouTube
Oh my double chin.
can provide some insight into the slop mindset. Then I watched the video, and it was awful.
That's why I called it slop, because it's garbage content. Videos need to be profitable on the slop channel. Yeah, that's the point, really. That sucks. Wait, why are these bad points? These are points that I've explained earlier and, like, talked about. I don't understand, like, why being aware... Wait, what? I know it's slop. I don't understand what the gotcha is here. Like, no one cares. I don't want to hate the LGBT because this guy's gay. Okay, that one's true. I do hate him because he's gay. That's funny.
First of all, before even getting to the reaction, the Pyro TV channel is the third channel for a reason. It makes Pyro
Thank you, Deity, for the month.
Live look like good content. With his reaction, the video goes from less than 8 minutes to nearly 50.
But it's because I'm talking so much, though. It's donos. It's obviously trying to add actual substance to the video as well, because I see like XQC and all that just like watch videos, and it's like, bro, like, how can you just watch a video? I remember this bit. Have any of you seen that bit with Forzen, the Swedish streamer? I know he's bringing up a Sweden bit. Laugh now. But it was like Forzen, everyone was like hating streamers for reacting to content, and Forzen said like, he's like, I'm not reacting, I'm just watching.
From the outside, that's a good thing. He clearly has to be adding to the original content to get it that long. The issue comes in how that time is filled. For a lot of the video's runtime, he gets distracted with unrelated donations and goes on tangents that have nothing to do with the video he's reacting to, or any of the points brought up in it. There's nothing wrong with this happening on—
I don't think there's a problem with going off on tangents though. I mean, if people can tell, like, my brain is cooked. Like, I've definitely got ADHD. I don't think going on a tangent is bad. Because most of them I do are actually like contextual, or it'll like be something that like splinters off from the point that was being made. Like someone might talk about a video game and then it reminds me of a video game. It's like, oh, well, this, and then, you know, childhood memory. Thank you, Swarthy, for the 10.
Pyro, I've been watching you since the MLG days. Been watching you since the Deep Voice era. Been watching you since the 250k sub video. Been watching you since Telebubby. Been watching you since Car Sex. Since Minting General. Watching you. Right now.
Thank you, PJ, for the 10. Appreciate it.
On stream, after all, you want—
Purple Hat Part 2. I do actually want to do that, you know. I want to stream through all of it and get like mods and stuff made for it. That was another idea. I've got this list wrote down of like Pyro Live ideas. And like none of them are drama related as well. I really hope it works out, because it's like, oh my god, I got so many ideas there.
Want to give the people their money's worth. But when you're re-uploading this to a YouTube video, these constant distractions become grating. People are watching your reaction to see how you react. Literally no one cares what some random donator has to—
To be fair, I think we are now actually trimming out the donations from the reaction. You know, from going over the videos. I think people complained about that a fair bit, so yeah, we did tend to like trim them out and stuff like that going ahead, I think.
Say while trying and—
You should get a whiteboard. I got one on my right side there. It's right there. I need to like, actually write some stuff on it though.
Failing to be funny.
You a sloppy boy, little slopper, sloppy slopper, hopper, topper, bopper boy. Yeah, you are my special little pig.
It's the exact same—
Most funny Pyro dono there. It's over, man. He called you guys unfunny. What are you gonna do about it?
Same psychology as the drama slop from earlier. The interest in seeing Pyro's reaction is enough to trick the viewer to keep watching through all the fluff. The easy solution is to get one of his 20 editors to cut out the dead space.
Where did you get 20 editors from? I got 3, bro. There's, by the way, that entire TV channel is ran by one guy. It's the same as Jay Schlatt. Like he's got that really nice guy Moist to like run everything for him. Like I have one guy that runs that entire channel. Why did he say 20 editors? I wish. I wish I didn't pay a fair wage and I got like 20 editors. God, I wish.
But that costs a little extra money. If he does that, maybe he'll have to spend less money on commissions every month. But through the filler and the donations and watch—
Did he mention about
less money on commissions every month? But through the—
Yeah, the Zoonomaly video. I want to see if he mentions that I tried higher quality stuff. I want to see if he brings that up, because that'd be interesting.
Filler and the donation.
Why is the guy so angry? I genuinely think it's a pretty fair video, honestly. You can tell that the guy's a fan. He made this like out of love, not out of spite. He could have definitely been like, he could have been brutal if he wanted to be. He's definitely playing softball.
And watching a critical video for some reason. The talented Pyro I grew up watching is still in there somewhere. Maybe he can really use his decade of YouTube experience.
Why are we using How to Pizza, bro? It's the Breaking Bad video. What?
To give us some insight. How does he respond to the claims about slop content?
He's sadly right. The guy's being really unfair. He's definitely not giving me any kind of excuse. He's not making any counterpoints. It's just like, He is sadly right. You can't make the slop shorter, because if you make it shorter, you get paid less. I mean, I'm definitely guilty of that as well, though, in the sense of just like regurgitating information. I'm being transparent about it. Why is this like a roast? I would much rather be transparent than sit here and cope and be like, well, actually, I'm giving input. I'm giving insight. I'm transforming the content. I'm remixing it. Like, I'm totally completely aware of it. I'm aware of it. I just wish there was a different way to make money for the main channel. I really wish there was. And this hopefully in like the next couple of weeks or so, that is something I really want to look into experimenting. The slop mill.
Oh, really now? So he's just fully aware that the majority of his output is complete and utter garbage, yet he chooses to do nothing about it. Something that annoys me is that most of the
I mean, I have said this entire stream, I'm trying to work on doing something about it, to be fair.
viewers actually respect his honesty. He may be making shit, but at least he's open about it. No, if you know you can easily improve, you should be criticized harder. This is embarrassing. This
Okay, I'm hoping in the next couple of minutes he mentions that we tried the high quality stuff.
coping gives Pyro the leverage to continue carrying this self-defeating mindset.
I don't understand the point being made as well of like, he's basically saying you could just make the videos better. The videos are slop. You're saying they're slop. You being self-aware isn't good. You know you're part of the problem. Do better. How? Like, no, again, we haven't finished the video, but like there's been no alternatives or any kind of solutions offered here.
Admitting that the content he makes and endorses with his brand is terrible, yet he'll never bother to change because people aren't pushing him hard enough on it. And
Top 10 quotes of all time that have aged poorly.
when they do, he concedes, doesn't bother to improve, and they respect that. In a lot of ways, Pyro and his fans are the same. He doesn't value his slop content, so why should the viewers? A lot of Pyro's more dedicated audience really seems to detest the modern direction he's taken. The top comments of nearly every video are actively against him, making
I don't think he knows how much you guys hate me. I think this guy thinks that you guys are giving genuine feedback, and he doesn't understand that you just hate me.
deprecating jokes.
I like my furries inflated, bro. I like my cheese moldy, bro.
Comments at
Watching the talk tour in the background, a bottle of Prime, thick of it in one ear, and moldy lunchly.
his expense, almost like a punishment for continuing to
I mean, they were making fun of the video, not of me.
post these videos. Yet, they keep watching. A lot of people seem to only be watching the videos because of the connection they already had to Pyro's work. He made videos in the past that...
One thing I do want to bring up as well, a lot of meet and greets, I actually have people that come up to me and they say, I never watched your reviews. I only watched you for
Talk
the
about
slop.
how the COVID vaccine is fake, please. One in the chat if COVID isn't real, please.
Thank you, Schizo, for the 10. Thank you, Shifty, for the 22 months. Yeah, I have a lot of people that come up to me at the meet and greet and stuff, right?
Holy bad faith. You really are.
Hang on. Sorry, guys. Every time I'm about to talk, all the donos come in, eh? I don't know whether we're all operating on the same brain length or brain wavelength. But yeah, I'll repeat that in a second. But yeah, I have a lot of people that come up to me at meet and greets and stuff, and they do say to me, like, I never watched your main channel stuff. I only watched you from the slop. And I say to them, like, yeah, you're doing a bit, right? You're actually doing a bit. And then they're like, no, like, I only know you from, like, the slop videos. So it's still reaching, like, a new kind of audience. Again, I don't enjoy making it, genuinely. And I think very few people that make daily slop enjoy making it. But yeah, like I said, I do really want to change the content on the channel, at least trial some better stuff for a little bit and see if it sticks. It would be very interesting. But yeah, let me replay this
Holy
dono.
bad faith. You really are a paragon of charity, Pyro. This is legitimate more disinfo that fucking your mistakes you make that are misinfo. Like legitimately I really don't fucking get it, like I hate you for a bit not because I genuinely do, holy.
Thank you, Snorkel, for the 10. Yeah, I think the nitpicking with the mistakes was a bit flimsy. It was like, you mispronounced some stuff, which was like, that literally became a meme because of how, like, stupid it was. Like, me being that stupid and mispronouncing this stuff like a fucking moron. And then, obviously, the Nook stuff, which that is very valid. Like, I apologize for that. I really should have looked into that more, definitely. But that was really it. And then just denouncing all of the slop because of it as well.
Resonated with them, or made them laugh. And because of that, they...
Also, when did this video come out? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he didn't really show Darkwood that much. I think towards the start of the video.
feel this impulse, almost like Stockholm Syndrome, to stay around him like they owe him something, even when the content...
I don't think that's true. I don't think people stick around because they owe me something. I think people stick around because they're genuine fans. I think, yeah, that was worded a little bit weirdly. They stick around because they owe him something, because he used to make good content and now he doesn't anymore. Yeah, it's a bit weird to say it like that. Jesse, what
I
the
don't
fuck
know
are
if
you on
it's more
about?
sad to find you through slop or through the my response era. That's how I found you.
Thank you, Olive's Boob Sweat. Yeah, I had a couple people reach out to me about the response video, and they said, oh, he's just like me for real. It's like, normal. Yeah,
Why aren't you talking about the COVID vaccine hoax? Pyrocynical is a big pharma plant. COVID is fake. More else in the chat, please.
Thank you, Aiden, for the 14. Thank you, Blue, for the 5
Did the top
members.
posters on r/pyrocynical make this video? Guys completely ignoring the fact that people want the slop, complain when it's not there, and don't tune in when the content is more in-depth.
Yeah.
What do you do when the audience wants the bad content?
I do agree, like, we did try higher quality stuff, and it didn't, it just, the views weren't there. The views weren't there. Again, it's like, if you get,
TBH.
Sorry, we'll get to this in a second. I'll replay in a second. I did make this point of, like, you know, the point I made earlier about D'Angelo? He made an 1.5-hour documentary, and then a 20-minute video that he slopped out in one day got more views than a documentary that he uploaded a month after his last video. I don't know if he was working on it for a month, but it's just the cost fallacy thing. You know, and like I said earlier, like I'm getting old now. I want to make sure that I've got like a financially secure future and stuff. I can't just keep doing like passion stuff all the time. I want to keep being, you know, I want to keep enjoying YouTube. I don't want to get burnt out. I don't want to just be this. I mean, it's the same reason why people like Tommy Innit have basically kind of slowed down on YouTube, and he's like taking up stand-up and stuff like that now. Just that people just think, am I going to be doing this forever? They want to move on to other things, which is totally respectable. And I do want to keep reinventing myself. I've gone through like 7 or 8 transitions. Shouldn't say that word in this chat. Shouldn't say that word in this chat. But yeah, again, like I said, I do want to try this next series of videos and see how it plays out.
Pyro is no longer doing YouTube as a profitable hobby and instead as a job and has employees to sustain and doesn't choose to lose money, scared face, deadass. The guy's argument is lose money because I don't like your current content.
I think there's more nuance to it than that, to be fair.
This is literally the first and last time I give you money. Bro, the guy is ranting, not criticizing. This is more of a personal rant. I don't like the slop videos. Guess what? I just don't watch it. Simple as that.
The problem is when you make the don't like it, don't watch it argument, that's very easy to dismantle, because then it's like, well, why are you making it in the first place? You're basically making an argument as weak as what this guy's making in his video. I think personally this guy's genuinely a fan that used to watch me when he was younger, and now he's like grown up and he's an adult and he just doesn't enjoy the content because the content's changed so much. It is what is uploaded on Pyro Live Slop, 100%. I do agree with that. I'm not going to try and cope or argue about it. But I also, like I've said before, it is about making money to try and like secure my future and stuff like that as well with my family and employees. But again, to counter that as well, like what I said earlier before that, is I do want to try uploading some different content on the live channel. Unfortunately, I hate to admit it, guys, I really don't think it's going to work. I don't have high hopes for it. I'm going to put like all my effort into it. I'm going to make them as entertaining as possible. If it doesn't pay off, it's going to suck. And I'll have to just go back to making slop because I don't want to have to, you know, I don't want to have to fire people over like me wanting a more of a creative outlet. It's difficult. It's spinning plates and stuff like that. There was a dono. Hang on, Keenan. What are you messaging me, Flasfire? Flasfire messaged me saying congrats on being trans. He's so gay, man. Like the ear piercing gave it away. Hang on.
TBH man, I've been watching since I was 12 and I'm 20 now, and seeing your content evolve and adapt to your personality and all is incredible, and you motivate me to be the best version of myself I can be. Also haha, said TBH man, which is you.
To be honest, I'd pick you up. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, thank you. Is he going again about the COVID-19?
Why is there no video
Please.
about COVID-19 hoax? Pyrocynical.
Please.
I don't trust you. Do you have AIDS? COVID is fake. Do you have AIDS? Spam HIV in the chat.
Okay, I'm skipping that one. I laugh because I remember the scene in The Sopranos where Paulie says AIDS, and then Tony's like, "It's not AIDS. Nobody has AIDS."
Content itself actively suffers because of it. But the comments aren't always complete drivel. As an experiment, Pyro did try getting his editors to put...
Okay. This will be interesting. I want to see what his counterpoint is here. Because we did try... This was a mini review of Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. This was a mini review of Voyager 19. This was a mini review of Zoonomaly Not Zoocosis. The views are good.
To be honest, I watch you because I don't have any exotic zoos where I live. You Brits are a rarity here.
Thank you, Anani Moose, for the 10. The views here are good. They are good. Like, I'm not going to complain at them. But the problem is, these took a while to make, right? They took a few days. But we basically get the same amount of views if we were doing daily videos. So again, we're making better videos and we're being punished for it. We're making less money. Which, you know, I did that cost fallacy thing and it's just like, okay, well, we're doing higher quality stuff. We're actually getting less from it than if we put out slop. So why bother? You know? What's the point? Because I don't want to have to like let staff go and stuff like that over me making less money. Oh, the worst thing is if these all broke like a milli each, then it would have been like, yeah, that's enough.
Here. I'm back in California with easy access to marijuana edibles and I can't stop taking them. I'm completely addicted. What would you say to someone with a problem like this to get them to stop?
Don't do weed. There we go. I don't know. I don't know how to give you advice for that. I've never been addicted to weed in my life. I mean, you live in Cali. That stuff is so accessible as well. Just put something else in your mouth, like chewing gum or something. Just like distract yourself. They took a while to make and had no downtime between uploads. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Kane. Yep. They took a while to make.
Voice, but while I did enjoy the zoocosis video a lot, my problem was that it was too hard to tell what videos were true long-form content and what were just really long reactions, which I'm not into.
That's also valid. That's also fair. Yeah. It is difficult to be able to like let people know that we're actually doing higher quality videos. I mean, that's a valid point. I'm hoping that by the titles and the thumbnails that we do with the next couple of videos coming out, we're actually able to like differentiate that, hey, this is a high quality video. Because I think
question, since CRT is different.
Hang on, I'll come back to that in a second. I was going to say something. I think the main problem is you guys here, right? How many are you here in stream? Like 4,200 people. I don't think you guys realize how much of a small... Like, you guys are all, like, probably fans, right? Or, like, watch me a lot. You guys represent such a small amount of the community. Like, your opinions do not represent the majority. As much as I wish they would. But, you know, the majority of when videos are recommended and stuff is through the YouTube recommended. It's not through Subbox. It's like, I go on my analytics and it's like 90% of the views, 95% of the views come from recommended. They don't come from notifications that people actually clicked on the video. So, yeah, it's trying to make a video that's clickable and watchable as well. And obviously it's much easier to do that with slop when it becomes like, you know, oh, it's a trend thing. Sorry, there was a dono I skipped. Hang on.
Genuine question. Since CRT is different depending on content classification, does gaming content CRT differ much from slop?
The CTR, you probably mean CTR, the click-through rate. I think it's about the same, to be fair. Click-through rate is usually dependent on the title and the thumbnail, not the actual content itself. That's people clicking on it, not how long they've watched it.
Put more work into certain game review videos, releasing slightly less polished main channel adjacent content. While they did,
I would not say they're main channel adjacent at all. They were good, but like nowhere near the amount of polish that went into a main channel video. Especially nowadays, anyway.
Didn't do as well view-wise because you're uploading gaming videos to a drama channel.
They didn't do well because you're uploading gaming videos to a drama channel? What? Wait. There's a dono coming in. I gotta skip you, bro. You're uploading gaming videos to a drama channel. That was your cope.
To be honest, while I completely understand the need to produce slop content for the main channel and to keep your editors employed, it would be nice to see the same level of effort from your old videos on your Pyro Live channel instead of you just yapping.
No, I totally agree.
Honest, while I
Oh,
completely
wait. No, I do agree with that. That's why I wanted to look at taking it in a different direction.
To be honest, while I
what the fuck?
completely
Shush, be quiet. Why does it keep playing? Shush. So he said the cope was
the lady
he
with
made
the pretty
gaming
green kitchen who's rent-free about Mr. Beast recently came out on Twitter and said she was smoking a joint grown from her dad's ashes.
I saw that. That was very normal. To be fair, her dad apparently did request it. Her dad said, when I died, I want to be rolled up into a joint.
Because of how bad the slop videos are, it shows how much quality there is on the quality main channel vids that were not apparent before. And emo with this many slop, it makes us treasure the main videos more.
Yeah. But yeah, and anyway, there's so many.
While they didn't do as well view-wise, because you're uploading gaming videos to a drama channel,
Okay. You're uploading gaming videos to a drama channel, but then if you go on the oldest, like, that's a gaming video with 1.7 mil. That's a gaming video with 1.6 mil. Is there any more? That's a gaming video with 1.2 mil.
Tip, drop your ego and upload.
That's a gaming video with 1.2 mil. That's a gaming video with 1.2. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a cope, I'll be honest. I think you're uploading gaming videos to a drama channel? Like, no, I think we actually got views from the gaming videos. Because again, that Callisto one I just shown, there's no polish there, bro. That's a stream highlight. That's all it is. Genuinely. It's just a stream highlight channel. What was that?
Very obvious tip. Drop your ego and upload the higher quality content on main channel. Reviews are the main channel's niche. Drama is the slop channel's niche. Uploading outside a niche will always make the video do shit.
I mean, it's not about dropping ego. I just don't want to keep uploading content onto the main channel, which brings it down. That's all.
I've been watching since I was 17. I'm 25 now. I've always liked all forms of your content, and when you are interested in a piece of media, the effort is top tier.
Thank you, Lonely, for the 10. I think I'm seeing people in chat bring up the point that those videos were like 1 to 2 years ago. I definitely... Yeah, they are. And obviously they wouldn't get those views in like the first day or anything like that. But we have done gaming videos in the past. But we also covered drama back then as well. Maybe not as frequently, but we still did it.
The comments were a lot more genuine and positive relating to the topic and themes of the videos, because they recognized that there was an amount of time and effort put into these, and they deserve to be taken more seriously. And yet, he still chose to return to the slop, because on average, they got more views than his higher effort content.
We tried doing different content, like we put a couple of days into this video and no one cares. So it's like, what's the fucking point?
If you're mass manufacturing a defective product,
I mean, I think it's valid to complain about that. I mean, it's the point I made earlier. It's like it was making less money than something that was less. It was higher effort, more stress on the team, and we got less from it. So genuinely, what was the point? What was the actual point?
You fix the assembly line. But when that defective product is still purchased by the consumers, there really isn't a reason to fix it, is there? In a situation like Pyro's,
What? I don't understand what chat's saying. What kind of content would you want to see on the main channel then? Bring back ASOT? I can't do that. I can't do that. That's we ASOT, Jesus. Yeah, that's a difficult one. Because it's like, thank you, Brannick, for the 2 months. Yeah, that's a difficult one, though, because it's like the way the drama highway moves. You know what? I made a frilt. We might try to do an ASAP. We might try to do like a one-off ASAP. But I promise you it won't work. I promise you. I'll do it. I will try it, but I promise you it won't work. I mean, a good example is who else was doing that? Will and E. He was doing like this week on the internet, and he had to stop because like it wasn't like cost effective. That was the summary of everything that happened. And it just wasn't, yeah, it just wasn't paying off and stuff. And I'm down to try like one last final ASOT though, as a rotting old man. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Understand why he's so willing to fall into complacency. He's a big YouTuber now, without anything more to prove. He doesn't have to try anymore for the vast majority of his content because he's already done that work. Built that.
I think that's very like overly negative. There's no need for there's enough hate in this world, guys. Why are we also being also negative? Like I'm still doing the main channel videos. I feel like he hasn't. I feel like this video is like, it's definitely kind of ignored the fact that the main channel videos are still so long and there's so much put into them. Like, not once has he mentioned Darkwood with the animation, with the me traveling to a different country to do filming, traveling to then another country to interview the developers. I feel like all of this has been like, if I gave up on main channel and I only did slop, fair, that's valid, and this video would have a lot more weight. Shouldn't say that word, but I don't know. I feel like we're purposely like ignoring stuff here.
Audience and built that machine. And if it continues being profitable, he has no motivation to improve. He can make better videos. He has made better videos. He just chooses not to because it's easier and he's being rewarded for it. The fans don't care.
It's easier? No, it's not that it's easier. It's because we were being punished. We did higher quality stuff. The editors were like overworked, and then we got less money from it. I mean, if you're gonna take an easy route that gets you more of a, it's not like, it seems to be this contorted way of like, it's not like you put more effort in, you get more rewarded, and then you put less effort in, you get less rewarded. Could you imagine like putting more effort in than like anyone else in your office, and then you get less pay than them, or you get like demoted or something? Like, you would just think, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I putting so much effort in when like everyone else is like, you know, just like coasting past and then like getting more? Like,
they just want background noise, and they're willing to fall into that same complacency.
Maybe you could do an ASOT every once in a while if there's been a crazy week or something. Just a thought.
Thank you, Critical Mass, for the 10. Okay, you did that 20 times. I'm skipping that.
The same mindset Pyro holds towards the same videos on his own channel. They're the same. In my opinion, slop content is some of the worst content that's allowed on YouTube. Obviously there's worse stuff, but it breaks terms of service. It lands firmly in the middle of the bell curve, which makes it too consistent.
Right, I gotta pull a Hassan. I gotta piss real quick. Hang on.
You keep mentioning wanting to make better videos. A
Yes.
channel I really enjoyed that lies between slop and quality that I think you should check out is Meat Canyon's second channel, Papa Meat. I love the freaky puppets. Shout out to Winslow, my beloved.
Oh yeah, his videos are goated. Thank you, Litro, for joining. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. I didn't want to pull a sound and just play the video.
Distant to not be laughed at, yet not good enough to be memorable. It takes up this completely empty black hole in your brain. I think Flazefire actually put it best in his video.
Flazfire, Gayfire. Yeah, he's a really good YouTuber, by the way. He's very underrated. I would definitely recommend checking him out. His video essays are really good. I think one of the first ones I watched was the Hell of a Boss one.
After watching an entire video within this genre, I can't recall the title, the thumbnail, or even what the video was about.
If there's one word you can use to describe slop, it's shameless.
It's crazy with D'Angelo, like, the set is so nice. Even the microphone has, like, you know, a wrap around it. It all looks so, like, classy. But it is still slop.
They don't care when they get information wrong, they don't care that their videos aren't entertaining, and they don't care about being forgotten. They only care that they're pulling in money. It's so ironic how—
Wait, how much money was that?
They don't care about being forgotten. They only care that they're pulling in—
Is that monthly? 800K a month? Jesus Christ, I wish. Oh my God, I wish. God damn, that is the most like inaccurate revenue I have ever seen in my life.
In money. It's so ironic how often I see people constantly complain about TikTok, yet go on to watch hours and hours of—
Like, if anyone thinks that I make like close to $1 million a month from the Slop channel, that is insane.
Forgettable, nothing content on a day-to-day basis.
It's real? Is it per month? Is it per month?
And I know—
It was all time? Yeah, if it's all time, that kind of makes more sense.
Oh, because I've been there. One of my biggest guilty pleasures on YouTube is watching Minecraft hardcore content. I've complained before about—
That's it, boys. This is how we're gonna win Terra over. I keep doing Slop, but then I do a Minecraft hardcore series.
How all Minecraft content is the same, in terms of style, topic, and presentation. The only way you can tell these channels apart is by the skin on the thumbnail. And the videos themselves aren't memorable. A lot of the same problems as the videos discussed earlier. And yet, on occasion, I find myself watching these videos, usually in the background, passively wallowing in the slop. And I get it. It's comfort content, both for the fans watching and the creators making it. The viewers always know what to expect, and the creator always expects the videos to do well. But there's a problem here. A personal problem, but maybe one you share as well. Never in my creative process am I more uninspired, discouraged, and disassociated from the creativity needed to make a good, memorable video. There have been points where I've genuinely believed I had memory issues because of how interchangeable and forgettable these videos are. When there's no excitement in the content you watch, it's hard to get into the headspace to be excited about what you're making. I imagine it's even harder to be constantly surrounded by drama content.
I noticed one good example is Umperville. Like, I think he's got a little bit sick of like doing the drama content. I mean, not all the time. That's a drama video. But he's tried to do some videos that like...
This one is my last dono. My statement still stands. This video is just a personal rant from a dude who thinks he knows you more than you do. He keeps assuming things and just running with it. I have more to say, but there's a 250 cap frown.
Thank you, Freelo, for the 10. I think overall it's a good video. I definitely think some of the stuff comes across as a bit ranty. I mean, yeah, stuff like this, like 3,000-year-old scam.
I thought this was a VOD until I checked YouTube again. Slop.
Thank you, Bird, for the 15. Hope you're doing good. But he's done a couple videos that aren't necessarily talking about current trending drama. I mean, there is a lot here. But yeah, I think he's tried to also move away from that a little bit. I think he's got a Mr. Beast video coming out tomorrow where he's interviewing the soggy guy as well.
If your entire feed is an echo chamber full of negative videos about bad people doing bad things, it's easy to fall into it. To let it slowly consume you until all that's left is a more pessimistic person. Watching other people's videos is a big part of my creative process. To me, there's nothing more entertaining and rewarding than watching a video and seeing a noticeable
Eyepatch Wolf makes amazing videos. I love his videos.
Change within yourself because of that video.
That plagiarism in YouTube video was really good as well.
The best content on this site changes you as a person.
Okay, bringing up Petscup, that's a low blow, little bro. That is a low blow.
And that's a beautiful thing. Something we're only going to see less and less of in the following years. Because people would...
I think this is a mix of genuine criticism, but I think it's just also that this guy is, like, getting older. Like, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, I'm not the same person I was 7 years ago. You know, like, I don't have that kind of, like, energy and output and stuff anymore. Like, I'm an old man. I mean, it's not an excuse, but... I mean, my personality's changed a lot as well. Like, your brain doesn't fully lock in, apparently, until you're, like, 25. So I've only really been locked in the past 2 years. But again, like I've said throughout this video, I'm definitely down to try, like, more, you know, more content similar to what it was originally that I did, definitely. But unfortunately, what I think it's going to do, it's going to please the super fans like you guys here, but it's not going to please the algorithm. And unfortunately, to keep the lights on and to keep everyone paid, that's what matters.
COVID is a dream. COVID is a dream.
Thank you, AIDS, for the 10.
Would rather be comforted than confronted, to be coddled than to be challenged. And creators that, in distant memory, were fucking great, couldn't care less about actually satisfying the people watching because those people only want to watch garbage.
I like how he's scrolling past content that's garbage, but he literally scrolled past the higher quality videos that we tried for 2 weeks.
So how do we fix this? There are always going to be creators putting time and effort into their videos, just like there will always be creators pumping out slop. But ultimately, the reason slop even exists is because it's more profitable than making good videos.
I think the worst thing is as well, like, if I if I just did like a Patreon and I got insane money, like what Cody Coe and like Noel Miller get from like Tiny Meat Gang, or like what Ludwig gets from his podcast, and then I didn't have to do slop anymore, like, no one would bat an eye, no one would complain, because you're making your money, like, more kind of off the grid, as opposed to publicly. It's crazy.
It's just the optimal business decision. Pyro even says it himself. So, you want to stop creators from pumping out slop? Stop watching it. Raise your standards, and these creators will be forced to raise theirs too. As consumers, if we want better content, we have to boycott. So next time you see a video called "the doo-doo fart situation is shitty," or whatever other collection of vapid, meaningless words, all you have to do is hit the 3 dots and press "do not recommend channel." Over time, you'll start to notice the algorithm giving you better and better content.
Just tuned in, Pyro Drama, what have you done this time? Leaked your fat inflation commissions again? Why the donos aren't playing now? What the hell? Huh.
Actual artistic works people put effort into producing. Now, for some of the more devoted slop watchers that watch their daily slop to stay up to date on internet drama, I actually have a solution that will not only keep you updated, but also save you time. I may be the first person to ever actually say this, but go on Twitter. If you're looking for a platform full of negativity, Twitter's the perfect place for you. Like with shorts, I find it so funny that people will actively talk about how horrible Twitter is, yet they'll go on to watch garbage YouTube content with information taken from Twitter. After I started using the site more frequently, I noticed a dramatic decrease in the amount of moist.
Thank you, Ashley, for joining.
It's critical in Pyro Live I watched. Because the main source these aggregators pull from is just the Twitter trending tab. 5 minutes a day keeps the sloppers away. If you don't want to go on Twitter, which honestly is kind of valid, another alternative is to watch self-aware slop tubers.
Okay, this channel is kind of based though. I do like this channel.
Channels like Chad Cat and Dolan Darkest are channels.
There's no way you're shouting out Jay. There's no way. Dude, he's actually gonna... He's probably watching this stream right now. He's probably just pulled his pants down. He's probably just gonna start whacking off. Don't give him a bigger ego than what he has already, man. That's crazy. Mental, boys. Come on.
I will never stop slopping. Fuck Twitter. This guy sucks.
Thank you. I don't like this video for the 10. Again, I think he brings up genuine
Slop
concerns.
King can't give any more subs today.
Oh,
so now I'll give you some money
damn.
here so you don't need to make as much slop to fund the main channel video.
Epic Danky with the 200. Thank you so much, man. Oh my god. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Holy. That's insane, man. Thank you so much. That'll keep the editors fed for 7 seconds. I appreciate it. Thank you, Winter Cherry, for the 9 months as well. Yeah, W's in chat for Danky. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. You give way too much to this channel. Be careful. You're going to be put in one of those like Reddit compilations of like giving money to millionaires.
That deliver the information without wasting 20 minutes of your life. Obviously, they tend to miss some of the finer details and nuances, but if you want the full picture, obviously you wouldn't watch aggregators to begin with. You would just watch the videos they're taking the information from.
I think that's one of the reasons why
Holy
critical...
Stupid. Are you fucking serious? That's not how YouTube works. YouTube's systems doesn't work just like that. Short form content is inherently incentive by YouTube itself, like genuinely what is this criticism, missing the forest for a shrub.
Yeah, I did a talk saying how short form content is unfortunately taking over in Germany.
Do you have any plans to update your sleep aid playlist in Pyrocynical TV? I've rewatched the same videos over 100 times. I need more videos so I can wake up to your inflated voice.
Thank you, Arb, for the 10. Thank you, Soul Hunter, for joining. Is this... Wait, we got a sleep playlist set up? Did Jesse set that up? That's genius. Yeah, we'll add more to that. The point I was trying to make, though, is I feel like this is why Critical moved away from drama content. He still covers content that he knows, like, is like... It's so disconnected from him that there'll be no, like, blowback. But yeah, for the most part, I think he's basically stopped doing that, and I totally understand why.
So that's the slop economy. While I'd love to believe it's possible for the pendulum to swing back the other way to people preferring creative ventures and high-effort, well-thought-out projects, I think the...
Why did I think that was a real...
COVID is not real.
Are we still doing the COVID bit? Thank you, AIDS, for the 10.
Most realistic scenario is that this is just the modern landscape we live in now. At times, it feels all-encompassing. And even if this boycott actually causes any sort of effect, which I don't really think it will, even if every human creator completely moved on from slop, there's also the constant oversaturation of AI slop that's only getting more and more common. And honestly, I don't even want to think about that anymore. I've already said my piece on it. So for now, I'll just leave you with this.
Yeah, I like how so many of those channels are just like, they're voiced by an AI and all of it's AI generated, and it just doesn't make sense. It's like those movie summary channels. Welcome back. Today we're talking about a film where a man has AIDS. Thank you, Kiwix. What is your profile picture, bro? Your profile picture's me smart. Did you put, is that an old picture of me with the quiff hair? And you put it as me smiling. You put a smile filter over that. Dude, that looks like it's from like Smile 2 or something, bro. What the hell is that?
Slop isn't going anywhere, so all you can do is try to go away from slop. Appreciate good creators while you have them.
Lemon, Funk, Defunctland, Nerd City, Foco, Summoning
Lest you
Salt.
let them be part of the ever-consuming YouTube slop economy.
I will be honest, I really do hate slop. I really do hate slop. But like, my monthly income at the minute...
You can do it like Sith's 10 Touch, video game reviews but funny, along with a lot of edits. Make it less like reviews and more like shitposts to stimulate and entertain the viewers. As a viewer, I love your humor, which is decreasing.
Yeah, Seth does like kind of short form videos, right? Like, it's not like a huge deep dive. It's more just like, yeah, I can just make jokes about it. I mean, that's actually not... That's actually not a bad shout, to be fair. In it, from Slop has made... What's this donor?
Hey
like...
Dolan. I love Dolan Duck. Welcome back to Slop Live. Lol. I love that guy. W Dolan Duck.
Dolan donating $10 to me is crazy, bro. 70 to 80% more money than what the Darkwood video has made so far. He plays that clip of me saying that the Darkwood video... Yeah, I admitted that it made more money than the Darkwood video. Because the Darkwood video wasn't profitable. The main channel videos aren't profitable. It's not even like it's greed. But yeah, I feel like that guy is definitely like a genuine fan. It wasn't just like kind of a hater.
Oh my bad.
Shut up. I feel like that video was fucking donos. Hang on. Why do they always pile in whenever I'm about to talk? I gotta get a system set up where I can just play these like when I want, as opposed to them just coming in. I feel like that was a genuine video. It came from a good place, but I also do feel as well like a lot of the points he made, he wasn't really, you know, he said like, oh, he tried the shorter game review stuff. It didn't work. Okay. Well, he doesn't do that because he's lazy, and then doesn't really like elaborate on it or like work on it anymore. So yeah, I feel like a lot of the points were like, they didn't come from like a very good place. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good video overall though. I think he brought some like genuine criticism on like where the slop content is going. And again, I do want to try and do some like higher quality stuff. Absolutely. And we're going to be trying that over the next couple of weeks.